Hey guys, Eminem here. So today I'm going to be reviewing the 2011 oil-covered Arry and Bert. So let's go ahead and get started. Arry and Bert were first introduced in 2003. However, I don't have those models as well, I never picked them up, and of course, I don't even remember ever seeing them at any toy store. So I never really had the opportunity to buy them, nor have I ever really needed to, since I have these. So anyway, these two Arry and Bert were obviously in Day of the Diesels. So I'm pretty sure the original models were discontinued in 2010. However, I could be wrong on that. Either 2010 or 2011, and these came out in 2011. So yeah, I remember these were Toys R Us exclusives, and so I just remember going into a Toys R Us and seeing this big Day of the Diesels display, and there was like they had the oil-covered Arry and Bert, and they had Belle, Flynn, the Tommy Diesel 10, and Den and Dart. So, that day I picked up Belle, Flynn, and these two. So, yeah, as much as you guys hate Day of the Diesels, you gotta admit, it gave us some pretty cool reintroductions of characters like Splatter and Dodge and Derek. And even though those characters weren't in the movie, they were still reintroduced for some reason. But, yeah. Anyway, with Arry and Bert here, they have some really nice carving. They have tons of detail, unlike Diesel, who was obviously the same class and everything, but again, they just decided to make new molds for Arry and Bert, which look even better. So they have, again, tons of molded detail, which is really nice to see. I really like these two, as they're very nostalgic for me, obviously, because, I mean, I bought them at such a young age. So, yeah. And of course, since I never had Arry and Bert, or at least the normal versions growing up, I always had these. Until one day, in 2014, I lost Bert. So, I just found Bert. I found Bert last week, which is what prompted me to make this review. So finally, the two twins have been reunited. Now, finally, I did get my dream of getting some normal ones when I picked up the Mattel versions. However, I've already reviewed those, I think. But, yeah, for the meantime, I'm just going to show you guys these. I really like the faces on these models, as they're very accurate to what we saw in the model series, even though they're not quite CGI faces, even though they still do look really nice. For example, Bert still has his stubble, and Arry doesn't. And of course, I did color in the mouth on Arry. Don't really remember when or why I did it, so, yeah. Anyway, of course, they have a bunch of detail, like the speckled paint, and of course, the oil splotches, which is the appeal to this item, and which is why they were repainted and everything. So, one very interesting thing I want to note is that I remember on the original learning curve models that this cab area and this little radiator, or something, I don't really know what it's called, but the cab and the radiator, both of them were a very bright yellow on the learning curve version. These have actually been quite toned down, as you can tell probably on camera, but you can definitely see some difference in color, especially if you do own the originals. Because, I mean, as far as I know, from Twitter user Boko no Ducko, he has said that these are very rare models now, and I'm very glad to have them. Of course, they are pretty worn down, as I played with them a ton as a kid. Obviously, since Bert's been gone for so long, Arry has more wear than Bert. So, yeah, overall, I really like the design and shape of this model. I really think it suits Arry and Bert, as well as the whole Class 08 in general. Too bad they didn't use this mold for Diesel, and I guess Splatter and Dodge. But, yeah, anyway, I really do enjoy these, and I think you should pick them up if you like collecting obscure versions of models. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day. MaxMonkey1516, signing out.